And welcome back to Bless the Bitties, Season 14, Episode 7. It is Sunday, March 13th, 2022. Maddie, how say you?
Woohoo! I'm very excited. Ow.
Yeah, so are our cats.
How say you, Bittie Boo?
I say... smell me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yuck. What is that? Stank.
Well, since we last spoke, I officially started my new job. Going to ratchet-ass bars around the surrounding Lafayette Parish area. Counting money, etc. In every bar outside of Lafayette Parish, you're allowed to smoke cigarettes within the establishment.
Woo!
And thus, spending even only 10-15 minutes in said establishment, you will stink.
You will smell like an ashtray, literally.
Like secondhand smoke is the number one killer.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. So it's very gross.
I would say this is the time to wear a mask, but
yeah.
also
I don't want to
knowing where you're going, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they would look at me like I was a fruitcake.
Yeah.
Get that faggot mask off your face.
Didn't you read the sign on the door? It said no mask required.
Why are you wearing a mask? What you trying to do? Rob the place? I don't trust this one.
I don't need to see your face, honey.
How you spell exception?
Okay, yes. Tell that story, please.
I mean, I don't want to hate on this lady, but
all right. I mean, you're not naming names. You're not naming places.
Yeah,
Just tell the story.
She's the bar owner, and apparently she's pissed off because people are bringing in outside beverages, which I'm known to do from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Guilty as charged. But this really grinds her gears, and so she was writing a strongly worded piece of notebook paper to put outside of her door, and it said, no outside beverages, no exceptions. But as she was writing it, she asked me, how do you spell exceptions?
Right.
To which I was, in the middle of counting hundreds of 20s and 5s and 1s and putting them the right way. It was like EXCEPDIONS. She's like, honey, you have to slow down. I was like, oh, sorry. So
one letter at a time, please.
So yeah, this whole being on call thing, it's sort of stressful. It's more stressful than I thought it would be because, yes, I've been working since Friday, and I've only been called out twice of all the hours that I've been on call, but both to the same place, 35 miles or 35 minutes away.
Shady.
In some boondock-ass, backwoods road bullshit.
Yeah, like...
And you got to witness it tonight.
The types of roads that there are no street lights on.
Yeah, and if you got in a wreck with somebody, they would just come up and stab you and then drive away. And there would be no witnesses, no questions asked. It would be a murder mystery for the ages.
Yep. That's your backwoods, what do they call it? What do you call it? Side hoe.
Side hoe towns.
Side hoe towns. There we go.
Church Point. Rain. Doosan.
Branch.
We went to the Wendy's near Branch. The fries tasted like motor oil.
No, they tasted like branches.
So are you okay with me being on call? Did you like the ride along tonight?
I like the ride along.
Yep.
That was fun.
You get to be like my GPS.
I get to be your GPS. I get to see some parts that we would never go to in the daytime.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot easier in the daytime because you can actually see what you're driving.
Right, of course.
These nighttime calls are a little, as you would say, shifty.
Shady.
Shakakakakaka.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm eating on the podcast.
Yeah, that's really disgusting considering you can't even stand when I open a candy. In the car, you get all crazy and you get grumpy and you're like, I'm literally just opening a candy. A little mini airhead and you're like,
Something about the cellophane wrapper in such an enclosed area.
I'm hearing you right now. You're chewing in my ear.
Yeah, but this is a big room.
But you're literally right next to me in my ear. I'm not chewing on the mic. But you're chewing in my ear.
And what are you about to do, bitch?
I didn't eat anything.
I
didn't eat anything.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to lick it.
Until what?
Until it melts.
Yeah, good luck with that. How would your dentist feel about it?
I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
And?
Talk. Now that you have a mouthful, talk.
I don't really want to talk about it. It's embarrassing.
What? You have a disease? A mouth disease? A gum disease? Are your teeth going to fall out?
Hello. HIPAA.
Oh. Sorry.
HIPAA laws! HIPAA!
Yeah, but you told everybody you had COVID.
Yeah, I told them.
Oh.
You are speaking for me, sir. HIPAA.
Interesting.
Anything else? Well, you know.
Any other ailments going on with your human flesh bag?
My abs hurt.
Yeah, I went to the gym this morning, bright and early. I tested out my new basketball shoes. I went
so hard.
Well, yeah, obviously that. But I went 8 of 14. That means I played 3 games. And throughout those 3 games, I took 14 shots. And I made 8 of them.
And what do you get for doing that?
Well, one of them was a game winner. So I got a lot of praise for that. And then in the second game, it was a pretty key basket that kind of swung the momentum. And we won that game. And in the third game, everyone was so goddamn tired that I think that was my worst shooting. I think I went 1 for 4 in that one. But the whole point is, these new shoes make a difference. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's a song called New Shoes.
Oh. All right.
You know it. I'm not doing it justice, but anyways.
Yeah, our cat's trying to break in.
Should I let the guy in?
All right, grab me a beer too.
Anybody else need anything?
Well, my gambling addiction is going quite well. As we know, I've gamed the system. Is it gamed the system or gained the system? Either way, I got free money to work with, and I'm making the most of it. And with college basketball, the March Madness of it all coming very shortly.
When does it start?
I think it's next weekend.
Oh, gosh.
And we'll be I think it starts Thursday. We'll be filling out our brackets in the men's tournament. And my suggestion, bet the unders. So there's an option to bet both teams' points combined over or under this amount, right?
Okay, you're talking about gambling.
Yes.
Okay,
Where have you been?
I'm not gambling.
I know you're not.
On the men's tournament. No thanks.
Well, I wouldn't normally either, but I have this free money to work with.
Yeah,
so
go work with your free.
Why wouldn't I?
Free monies.
It makes it more enjoyable to watch. You care a little more. So, if you need any gambling advice, please don't hesitate to kill my cat Bosco. All right, you got some news? Any life news?
No, I already talked about my life-changing event tomorrow.
Well,
at the dentist.
Aaron Rodgers is coming back to the Packers. Finally, we can rejoice.
Yay.
And we don't really know for how long or for how much he's going to be paid, but in vague terms, he will be back next year.
Aaron Rodgers is bored and he's causing drama.
Yes, and yes. Also announced hours ago, Tom Brady is coming back out of retirement after only 4 months? Less?
So he was just on a vacation.
Yeah, look, I don't know what kind of leverage he tried to pull with Tampa. Maybe he was like, all right.
Is that, like, shady?
What?
Okay, so did he officially retire from Tampa? Or?
He retired, and then I think they were like, come on, we'll do this if you come back. And he's like, all right, I'll come back.
So is that shady?
It's kind of like what Rodgers did. Like, Rodgers is like, I'll come back if y'all trade for Randall Cobb, my best friend. And they're like, fine.
Fine, give me Randall.
It's the quarterback empowerment league now. All these quarterbacks that have done and made these accomplishments, they suddenly think they get a say in ownership and general managing and player signing and player movement.
Let's listen to some Brady quotes about the topic. These past 2 months, I've realized my place is still in the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back from my 23rd season in Tampa.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so suddenly Aaron Rodgers is like, fuck.
Like, right now, he's somewhere punching the air or something?
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to have to beat Brady. Well, maybe not. Like, this past year, we wouldn't have had to.
Right.
If we would have beat 49ers, we beat the Rams. Boom. Super Bowl.
So Brady's coming back. He wants to win it again and then officially retire. He said he... How could he retire on, like, a low season, basically? Like, he needs to retire on a high note.
Well,
he needs all the pomp and circumstances. He should have did that, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, the ultimate way to go out is John Elway. He beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Then he beat the Falcons. And then he retired. He retired a Super Bowl champion. And then he became a horrible general manager. And he is still involved with the Denver Broncos, but he doesn't really... I think he's like a consultant. Like, he has a key card to the building, but...
Yeah, like, what do you really need to be doing, though? You got, like, 2 Super Bowl championships.
Yeah, he's set.
You're good. You just need a reason to get up every day.
In other sports news, wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, Calvin Ridley, who around October of last season stepped away from the game for mental health reasons. So he needs to get his life, his head space, blah, blah, blah. During this time off, he was apparently gambling through a sports betting app, much like one of the ones that I use. And that's a no-no. That is just a no-no. So he got suspended for all of next season. Here's the problem. Ray Rice beat his fiance. He got 2-game suspension. Adrian Peterson, felony child abuse, got 6 games. Greg Hardy, beating girlfriend, got 10 games. Then was reduced to 4 games. Ezekiel Elliott, hitting women, 6 games. Josh Gordon, 6 seasons for smoking weed. Calvin Ridley, an entire season for using FanDuel.
So this is what I gather from the NFL. They hate women and children. Yes? That's exactly what I'm getting from that.
Well,
yeah?
Yes, and
yeah.
Also, the NFL can take the hit, no pun intended, from domestic violence situations because it's like, well, that's up for the courts to decide. You know, we'll dole
innocent until proven. You know,
we'll dole out punishments as we see. But whenever you are actually affecting the integrity of the game, in which you think players might be betting and throwing games or having insider knowledge or, you know, any of that, that gets more serious for the NFL.
Right,
the NFL's
because
eyes.
the NFL
they care about that
picks
product.
and chooses who's going to win what on what day. Right?
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's suspicious.
Interesting.
It's suspicious. Why are you getting so worked up about this, huh?
Interesting.
You're not worked up about old boy abusing children?
Apparently
hitting
not.
wives? Yeah, no.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
All right.
NFL, you suck. Next. Any more sports news?
Deshaun Watson was acquitted of all 22 of his charges of sexual misconduct in massage parlors. And you can read up on this. It's pretty graphic, in which he made women fondle his genitals and anus while getting massages. And a lot of women came out. And he sat out all last season because of these charges. Now he's acquitted. Now every team without a quarterback is thirsting over him, trying to make a trade. I think he ends up on the Carolina Panthers. That's my prediction. But yeah, that's all the sports news I got.
You done with sports?
I'm done with sports. Let's go on to some bitties.
Oh, I got a bitty for y'all. So a Florida man was arrested. Shocker. Why was he arrested? Okay, I'll tell you. He called the police and wanted his meth tested because he thought he might have been sold some bath salts, and he just wanted to make sure that no one else is going to get bath salts, that they're getting, you know, the grade A.
Oh, so good Samaritan.
Yeah. The police said, yeah, absolutely, we'll test it. Turns out it was actually meth, and they arrested the guy.
Good times.
Ta-da!
Good times.
Florida, you crazy.
Yeah, it's like somebody, like, 911, what's your emergency? Oh, yeah, somebody just stole my weed. It's like, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Well, this bitty, actual definition of a bitty, this Playboy model charges women $2,000 to quote-unquote honey trap their boyfriends on Instagram. So this girl is making a fortune off of suspicious women.
What's her IG handle? How much is she charging?
How dare you? So basically, she slides into the man's DMs and tries
private messages.
and
people
tries
don't know.
to set up an affair situation, and then reports back to the partner of said male. And that's a hustle.
Trying to figure out if this woman is white or Jersey tan. I'm not sure.
She looks Hispanic / Jersey bronzed.
Yeah, she looks like Snooki.
Well, she looks a little better than Snooki.
I'm saying color-wise.
Yeah.
Orange, brown.
In related news, this woman made it her mission to expose the stupidity of men by setting up a fake profile to reverse catfish men on Hinge after having so much disappointment on her own dates. So check her out. And apparently she's been wronged. This is a white lady that looks like an ugly dude. And I guess she's a hero.
A shero.
Is she?
I don't know. I don't understand what she's doing.
So she set up a fake account with pictures that weren't her, and then went on dates with dudes and showed up as her.
Oh, so they weren't her?
No.
So why is she catfishing if that's what she's upset about? No?
I don't know.
I thought she was like posting like pictures of her in like a old lady filter or something like that.
Either way, she's a Bittie scorned. And you don't want that.
Oh no, you do not.
Because they're capable of anything.
Ask Cookie.
A Fresno, California police sergeant has been charged with robbery, illegal possession of meth, and a DUI after reportedly stealing the drugs from a suspect, using them, and then crashing his patrol car.
I just like imagine this happening all in like 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah, it was a speedy arrest and failure on his
like
part.
He literally just went in a circle.
Yeah.
And that was it.
He's like, "Oh, you're under arrest. But you just stay here. I'll be back." And just drives off. And
it hits the next pole up the street.
And the dude is like, "What?"
It's so silly.
A teacher.
Dun.
What state is this? It doesn't really matter. But a teacher was suspended. Only suspended after her sex tape was accidentally airdropped to 200 students. At a high school.
First of all, this is the problem. This is a problem right here. How did she airdrop it to 200 students?
Well, it was supposedly on accident.
First of all,
it was raunchy.
You don't
footage.
keep that on your phone as a teacher? You sicko, first of all. What are you doing? Watching it on your break?
I don't know what she does.
That's what I'm saying. Leave it on your laptop at home.
Who's to know? Who's to care?
Yeah, well, you know. More biddies? I have biddies.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Well, all women are in a tizzy right now, in a frenzy, in an uproar on the online community because of this dummy, Kim K. West, she made some out-of-touch statements. Did you hear these statements at all?
Something about how bitches need to work harder.
This is the quote. I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
Yeah.
I'm Kim.
Says the girl whose fame only rose from taking some ecstasy and filming herself being fucked by Ray J.
Right.
Would we know who she was otherwise?
I feel like eventually, but no, not at the time.
Like that was her coming out party, right?
Yeah. And then they got a show because of that.
And then all her sisters benefited, and her dad became her mom, and then...
That's not her real dad.
Well, you know what I mean.
Anyways, like, what a terrible thing to say to women. I mean, like...
Yeah, what
happened?
happened?
And then she was, like, talking about, like, and no toxic work environments. Like, it's the women that are making the work environments toxic. Like, have you worked anywhere, lady? Like, come on, please. It is not just the women. And no toxic work environments.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Nobody wants a toxic work environment. Delusional. But this is somebody who doesn't pay their workers and upsells their merchandise, which I purchased and I like, but it's expensive. What the hell?
Yeah, aren't you wearing a Kim K bra right now?
Maybe.
Interesting. Gas prices are the most expensive in U.S. history, breaking the previous record from 2008. Everyone wants to say it's because of Biden. Not so much. There's all this old footage of Trump saying, I guess when he was running, he was like, what are gas prices right now? Like $2? If Biden gets in, it'll be $8, $9 a gallon.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of not really true. A lot of this has to do with the
war.
Yeah, but I heard actually that they only account for 4% of our gas, our petroleum resources. So it really doesn't have that much to do with Russia.
It's for the military. It's to support the military.
Well, there you go. So I filled up today. Remember when we first got our car and we filled up? It was like on empty. We filled it up. It was like $32, right?
Yeah.
And we were like,
it was like
shit.
No, it was like 20 something.
Yeah, like
yeah, it was like cheap.
Yeah. And to fill up today, it was like 40.
Mm-hmm. So it's like doubled basically. So
thankfully, I get paid through this this new job by the mile. I get, a certain...
Reimbursed.
Yeah, I get reimbursed for every mile that I drive out to fucking Church Point at 9:45 at night. Risking it all. But yeah, gas is a motherfucker.
Word of advice, just don't drive anywhere. Just don't do anything.
Yeah, just get a horse.
Get a horse.
Get a fucking horse.
That's a thing.
A Michigan candidate running for state house in Michigan made crude comments on Facebook hosted by a conservative group. He says he tells his daughters to lay back and enjoy if rape is inevitable. Now that is just
That
sound
is
fatherly
sick.
advice.
That is like the sickest thing ever.
Hey, come on. Just,
Hey, you're getting raped? Just relax. It'll be over.
Look.
It's fine.
If you act like you're enjoying it, it'll be over sooner. Rid-di-di-di-do.
And, like, these are the people that, like, really want children because they want to teach them their idiotic ways and keep the cycle going.
Right.
This is so stupid. Oh, my gosh.
Also, running for state senate. Like, not just...
Facts. It's not just, like, some random dad. It's like, this is a guy that wants to be in office. If he gets elected, I don't know what to say about those people.
Well,
Good luck getting raped.
They love themselves some passive-aggressive rape. A man...
That's not rape. It's just sex.
Just lie back and try to enjoy it. A man who received a pig heart transplant died 2 months after the successful surgery.
No shit. Would you trust a pig heart?
Well, here's the funniest part. I mean, it's not funny, but it's ironic.
How dare you?
While the 57-year-old's health began to deteriorate in the days leading up to his passing, the medical center has yet to determine the cause of death. Well, it could have something to do with the fact that you have a pig heart inside of you. We are devastated by the loss of Mr. Bennett. He proved to be a brave, noble patient who fought all the way to the end. We extend our sincerest condolences to his family.
Yowza. All right.
Yeah. So...
No pig hearts.
Yeah. A Dunkin' Donuts employee's sentence was reduced after he punched a customer who used the N-word against him so hard that the guy died.
Oh, man.
Manslaughter with the fatal punch. He was just sentenced to house arrest now instead of hard time. So good for him.
Yeah, good for him. That's a win for...
That's a crime of passion.
That's a win.
You're
That's not even a bitty. That's a win.
It's like I'm having a tough day at work, and then you're going to come in here and get all spiced up about your Boston cream-filled...
I really never understood. I mean, you've worked in service. I worked in, like, retail. Like, people that are just so nasty to the workers there, I just, like, don't understand it. Like, their job is so hard, seriously.
And thankless.
And thankless. And, like, you have somebody just coming in just being crazy and reckless and
rude,
pissing people off. Yeah. It's just, for what?
It's like, this is the one place I have control because the customer's always right.
Right, and I will sue.
You N-word. Bah! Dead. Whoops. Here's your coffee, sir. Japanese schools ban ponytails, fearing they might sexually excite men.
Are they attracted to ponies? Or horses?
I think it's it says the nape of their necks could sexually excite male students.
Wow.
Now, I will
Bosco,
say...
wow.
I do like that high ponytail.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
Yeah, that used to be my style at school. Always.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Can't do it.
A school official was fired for reading a kid's book titled, I Need a New Butt, to students.
That's like a classic. I mean, it's not a classic, like, our time classic, but it's like a well-known, like, children's book.
Yeah, like, Remember I took a picture. I saw it
Yeah.
at Walmart, and I took a picture because it looked so hilarious. The title alone, and I looked into it, and it's like, I need a new butt because mine has a crack in it. Like there's, and it's a funny
It's like a
bit.
play on words.
You
Like,
know, it's like, was it whenever I slid down the slide? Was it whenever, I fell off the swing? I don't know. I need a new butt. You know, and it's goes. It's second graders you're reading this to.
right. You're
You
not reading
know,
this to, like, I don't know, 14-year-olds,
yeah,
middle schoolers.
they would lose interest. But the whole point is, with second graders, you need something that kind of catches their attention, makes them giggle a little bit, and also isn't wildly inappropriate. Like South Park. You need something just a little out of the box that, makes them pay attention. And
People want to be offended literally by anything.
I'm telling you, all this left woke mob bullshit is just going to result in...
That's not left woke. That's not left woke. That's conservative right there. That's conservative. Come on.
I don't know.
That is conservative.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is Mississippi.
Exactly. Like, exactly. And I was reading another article.
We can't teach children about
butts. No butts. Literally. I was reading an article about this new Disney movie called Turning Red.
Ah, yeah.
Which received some backlash similar to the people worried about that book title. And they probably haven't even read the book, first of all. And people are saying that the movie is inappropriate because it's about a young girl and, she's getting hormonal and, like, her turning into a panda is supposed to be a metaphor. And people are just finding this is inappropriate. Ridiculous stuff. Ridiculous.
Well, we're all going to hell in a handbasket. We'll briefly touch on the Ukrainian and Russian war.
Briefly, because...
Here are 5 TikTok dances you can do to help Ukraine fight Russia.
Oh! Am I going to have to do a dance now?
This is a real thing, apparently.
Wow, I'm so happy I'm not on that side of TikTok. I mean, that's insane. Very insane.
Also, Facebook and Instagram are now temporarily allowing calls for violence against Russians.
Yes. Bizarre.
So, you know how Facebook, the one time I got banned by Facebook, it was during the height of, like, the Black Lives Matter thing, and I hilariously posted "White lives don't matter." And, I'm white, and it was a joke, and I got temporarily shut down from Facebook for violating
how did you say
community
it?
guidelines.
Did you end it with a period? Did you end it with an exclamation point?
No, I just said "White lives don't matter." That's it. But it was a joke.
What's the joke?
The joke is like, Black lives matter, white lives don't matter. Like that kind of thing. Like, just...
Oh, what the rednecks say?
Wait, what?
What rednecks say?
Is that what rednecks say?
You tell me.
White lives don't matter?
I don't know.
Rednecks don't say that. If anything, they say, Black lives matter, but white lives matter a little more. Like, that's a redneck. And my Confederate flag. We don't run. These colors don't run. I don't know. You have to ask a redneck.
Yeah. Either way.
I mean, just like bizarre, like, not all Russians are for what Putin is doing. Putin's going nuts, okay? He's gaining nothing off of this war. This is like a legacy play for him. He's on his way out. He's possibly suffering from some brain disorder.
Yes, why can't, like, they have a doctor come in and just be like, no, you're insane.
It's Russia. He owns everything. Look, everybody in Russia would love to have all these restrictions lifted. Like, they can't live a normal life like we can. And it's all because Putin is such a fucking hard ass about all these restrictions. And the war in Ukraine isn't going his way. And he's pissed off about it. And he's firing generals over invasion losses. And things aren't going how he planned. And now he just looks like an asshole. And so this is why it's so scary, is because he can control nukes.
Right.
And if he feels embarrassed, or, you know, if he wants to pull a power move, he's capable of doing that.
Right.
And Biden has come out and said that we're not going to engage in this war.
Well, it might be a problem if China gets involved.
Right.
Somehow. I don't know, by assisting Russia. Because I think Russia did ask for weapons or help or something.
Right.
Like, if China helps, then that doesn't look great.
Now, not to
for
sound
anyone.
Not to sound cynical, but I feel like there's been some propaganda been put out by I guess both sides, but like the ghost of whatever who took out all these Russian people, and all these like stories that we're hearing via social media that may or may not be true. Like this one. An orchestra plays Ukrainian national anthem in Kyiv Square as Russians advance.
I saw that. I thought that was fake as well.
Like the band on the Titanic, let's just keep playing while the boat is, going under. And then there was like the other one about, I don't know, something heroic, like a woman went back to her bombed apartment, and before she fled, she had to go back and play her piano one last time. And like it shows footage of her like taking the cover off the piano and opening it and playing like Amazing Grace or something before she had to be like evacuated.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw a story about a guy who was like fleeing Ukraine with his dog, and then Poland wouldn't accept his dog. But then something happened, and then he was finally able to bring his dog, because he wasn't going to leave his dog. That's what he said.
Interesting. In ultimate Bittie news, Jussie Smollett was sentenced to jail for staging his hate crime. Sentenced to 30 months probation and will serve 151 days in jail for lying to police and orchestrating his own racist and homophobic hate crime back in 2019. It seems like just yesterday. And on his way out of court, he said, "I'm not suicidal, so if you find me hanging, it wasn't me." And then his sister comes out, says Black Americans are incarcerated in state prisons at nearly 5 times the rate of white Americans. Jussie is innocent. And no, he's not.
Man, remember when that came out? That was, what a crazy time.
Oh, yeah, before COVID and all that.
We're coming up on 3 years of this COVID
Yeah.
situation. Sorry, I can't even like get the words out. 3 years. Yeah. Exciting.
Speaking of COVID, Hailey Bieber. Are you familiar with this model?
Yeah.
She was hospitalized due to a brain condition that doctors believe could be COVID-19 related.
No.
And apparently she had like some brain hemorrhaging or something. I don't know. But she issued a statement and she's doing okay. So, good for the Biebs.
COVID is no joke. People saying you want it. No, you don't.
Yeah, well.
Trust. You don't know the long-term effects.
I don't.
You don't.
All I know is
you don't know.
Take a lot more naps these days. A woman's beloved cat was sick and died young, so she spent $25,000 to clone the cat, only to find out that the new pet is nothing like her previous companion.
Wait, how long did she have the cat for? It didn't say. It just died young.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like you would do this though. Like if Bosco had like a heart murmur, had to put him to sleep, and you were just rich as dick, and you were just like, clone Bosco, and then he came back and he like tried to kill you in your sleep or something.
No, I wouldn't do that because like, I mean, I love my cats, but I like them individually. Like, you know.
They have personalities.
They have personalities, and, you know, every cat that I've had my entire life, I remember them because of how they were. I don't want the same guy. I want the same girl. Who can replace Cookie? Nobody. This is one of a kind cat.
Body. Obama test positive.
Yeah, speaking of COVID.
For COVID.
We gotta be careful still. This is like a thing. I don't want to get COVID again.
Yep, get vaccinated. Get the booster or get monoclonal antibodies.
Did you get that?
I'd like to. I saw, actually, we have a clinic. It's right there on the way to Champagne's down the street.
Right.
And it's free for anyone who's had COVID before. So, I'm looking into it. That's what Aaron Rodgers got.
Yeah. Nice.
Finishing up here with ultimate fuckboy Bittie. You know, I think Bitties are girls and boys are fuckboys. You know?
I guess.
Boys.
Yeah, bitch boys.
So some text messages between Kanye and Pete Davidson leaked. Kanye said, "Happy to see you're out of the hospital and rehab." Pete Davidson says, "Same here. It's wonders what those places do when you go get help. You should try it. I'm in LA for the day if you want to stop being a little internet bitch boy and talk."
Bitch boy.
Kanye said, "Oh, we're using profanity now. Where are you?"
Can they just fight and get it over with or kiss?
Pete says, "Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met."
What?
What she does for those kids is amazing, and you're so fucking lucky that she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not going to let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. Grow the fuck up. Also, when he asked, "Where are you?" he's like, "In bed with your wife," and then he posted a picture. Davidson at one point changed his tune, however, insisting to Kanye, "Let me help you, man. I struggle with mental stuff, too." So...
Look, he doesn't seem like a fighter. Pete Davidson.
Well, he's just tall. You know?
But I'm just saying in general, like, I don't think he wants to go back and forth with Kanye all day.
Well, I think he's a bitch boy, too. Like, he But he's open about how I struggle with suicidal thoughts and blah, blah, blah. I live in my mom's house in Staten Island and I'm not really funny. It's just what people write for me and I just perform it. Like, I fucking hate the guy. I hate him. I can't explain how much, like, you know how I have my list of most hated athletes? Can you name them?
Yeah. LeBron James.
Yes.
Just basketball?
No, remember the football quarterback? He's married to Ciara.
Oh,
Russell Wilson, who just got traded to the Broncos, by the way. He's number 2.
Yeah, you really do not like Russell Wilson.
And then number 3, a tie between Tyler Hero, who played for the Miami Heat, and Ron Artest, now known as Meta World Peace, for what he did to ruin the Pacers' best chance.
And I felt that deep pain when we watched the documentary.
Malice at the Palace, yes.
You were very upset at Meta World Peace. Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, so all that anger and hatred, I have the same for Pete Davidson because I think he's not funny. I think he's ugly. And I think he's a hack. And he's going after my boy Kanye, who even though he's crazy too, Kanye actually did shit for a couple of decades. What have you done, Pete Davidson? Nothing.
You've done
nothing.
Half of Hollywood.
He's done half of Hollywood for no good reason. He's like a handbag that like for some reason all women are like, oh my God, I have to have that. I don't know why. Because she has it. Oh, well, I have to have it too. And then like a year later, it's like, oh, that handbag's so out of style now. Like Pete Davidson is going to be that handbag that was passed around Hollywood and was the hottest thing on the market. And then it's like, if you start, this is the Eddie Murphy joke. If you're starving and someone hand you a cracker, you'd be like, God damn, what is that? That's the best cracker I ever had in my life. What is that, saltine? Ooh, that'd be a saltine. Can I get another cracker, please? And then once you get a real meal, it's like, you know,
right.
Pete Davidson is a handbag and a saltine, all right? This motherfucker's going to be irrelevant by this time next year. Or he's going to be in, like, a rehab clinic or, you know, he's kicked off of SNL for doing some crazy shit. His string of good luck is coming to an end.
I hope not, like, violently or anything, though.
No. I mean, yeah, Kanye did put out, like, some animated short of depicting him, like, beating the fuck out of Pete Davidson and burying him or some shit. I'm not saying I want the guy to die. I don't want LeBron or Russell Wilson or Tyler Hero or Meta World Peace to die. But I fucking hate them. And I wish ill upon them, but not death. Come on.
All right, okay, so what if, like one of those people knocked on the door right now? What would you do?
I would have different circumstances for each one. You want to play? You want to play one of them?
Okay, hold on. Hi, it's me, LeBron James.
Damn, dude. What the hell are you doing here?
I don't know. I was just in Lafayette. I saw this house. I said, hey.
Yeah, it's a badass house. My dad designed it. Can I help you with anything else?
You like basketball?
I love basketball.
Do you know who I am?
I do. And no offense, but I despise you.
Wow, man. Can I take your cat?
You can take a hike. And then I would start crying. I remember all the clutch shots that he hit over my Indiana Pacers. And then with Pete Davidson, I'd be like, hey man, can we switch places for like...
Nobody would know, right?
Right?
No one would know.
Like, maybe I would have to get the bags under my eyes a little darker. I can get makeup. I'm taller than you. I don't need riders. Let's just switch out, you know? Take a hike! And then with Tyler here, I'd just punch him in his dumb face.
What did he do?
He's just a very unlikable NBA player of no consequence. Irrational confidence guy. And then who's the other? Oh yeah, Meta World Peace. Meta would be the guy that I would sit down and actually have on my podcast. And it would be like the realest interview ever, because I would be like, you broke my heart, man. Like, you know, because we wouldn't have gotten to that spot without him, but then all of his selfish and irrational actions ruined it for us. So
yeah, but
it was like making a deal with the devil.
I got the feeling that he was feeling like that. Like he knew that he like fucked up.
Right.
Pretty much. I don't know.
Well, from him, I would just be like, look, man, we can still be friends. Give me either the championship ring that you won in Los Angeles, so I can go give it to Reggie Miller and have a talking point, or just give me $1 million and get lost.
$1 million? Jeez.
Yeah, just $1 million. I'm not asking, you know, dude's worth probably upwards of $100 million. Maybe a little less, but yeah, that would square it away.
He was on Big Brother.
True. Didn't make it very far. Not a very charismatic character in the Big Brother house. Hi, Julie.
Did he not? I don't even remember. That was like the first one. Wow.
Well, good times. And to end here, just to let everyone in the Lafayette, Louisiana area know that there is in fact a upcoming man-to-man men's conference.
Oh my God.
Saturday, April 30th at the St. Pius Catholic Church. If you want more information, go to www.m2m21.com. And I think you can go and bro out with some real hardcore Catholic men's.
I want to bring Bosco.
Like, put a bow tie
but like,
on him.
It's just him. I'm like Bosco's service animal.
Right.
Like, he's going and I'm
there. You're just there and you're just like, I want him to be a better Catholic man-boy cat.
He needs a man-to-man.
Yeah.
He just needs some buddies.
He needs to learn boundaries, I think. And maybe the Catholic
boundaries.
Church isn't the right place for that. But, you know, all the ass sniffing and, you know, unwarranted mounting of our baby girl, Cookie.
He doesn't mount.
Well, he puts himself on top of her in compromising positions, and I'm sure she's not okay with it. Look at her. She's broken. She's at our feet.
Yeah, she can't, like, do anything without us.
Yeah. She's scared of that man. And that's why he needs to go to a man-to-man conference.
Oh, you can go with.
We'll all go together. It'll be a team effort.
Okay. Man to man on one.
Woo.
Woo!
Hey, bless you, Bittie.
Bless you.